Let's it's Operation Channel Intro.
Hello fellow YouTubers, WfC Stop Motioner here. And before we get into this review, I just want to talk about what's going on with me going live during PulseCon tomorrow. I probably won't be able to go live afterwards because I got a fairly busy day tomorrow. And also if the pre-orders go up like right after, I want to be able to make my decisions because the pre-orders sell out pretty quickly. So that's just a little update. I do still plan to go live during the event, but I won't really be going live afterwards. And it'll be either later tomorrow or Saturday that I'll do a coverage of the event. So that's just a quick update, just so you guys should know. Okay, so the next Siege figure I decided to take a look at was Mirage, since this was the next figure I reviewed after Springer. And this is yet another one of those figures that I really probably shouldn't like, but he's, in all honesty, one of my favorites of the line. I mean, it's not really saying too much. I mean, Siege was a fantastic line of figures, but I just really liked this Mirage. Yes, he has his flaws that totally could have been avoided, but he's still a lot of fun. So take a look at his Cybertronian F1 mode, I guess. You got his huge spoiler, which kind of bugs me, but I am one of those people who be like, well, it's Cybertronian, so you get Cybertronian dialect instead of the Cytanes, I think is how it's pronounced. And then you do have the fake chest hanging out the back here, but it doesn't really look too bad in my opinion. Comparison here he is with the Decepticon version, which I do like a little bit more, only because the plastic for the legs is opaque. Here it's translucent, and you know how I hate translucent plastic. All in all though, you can see this is one of the few figures in the line that didn't really have battle damage, whereas the Decepticon version, yeah, has a lot of battle damage. You notice the difference. This one has the insignia on the front and the back, whereas with this one, it's just on the back here. Some color differences. So overall, pretty cool. Now, as to whether he's going to roll in this mode, it's very hit or miss. Sometimes, at least with me, sometimes when I get him transformed, he'll roll fine. Other times, not so much. So, yeah. That's basically the car mode. Oh, no, one more thing. You can attach his guns on top here, which is fine, I guess. It works as well as it can. Okay, now we can get into the transformation. His transformation is not inherently that scary. It's actually fairly simple and enjoyable. It's just the translucent plastic makes me nervous. To begin, just untab that back section. Untab right here. Disconnect here. Rotate these. And then just be careful here. Just fold that down. Then fold the foot down like that. Alright, then you want to take this section, just collapse it, just like this and like this. First fold the head up, and there's a tab right here, just tabs in right there. And you basically just untab right here. Fold these wheels into the back. you just tab in the shoulders right here. This down, pull this fist out. Same thing on this side. And there is Mirage in his robot mode. And overall, I think this robot mode is really quite cool. I mean, yes, he's got some flaws. I mean, the back, not a lot going on back there, but that's okay. The wheels jutting out kind of bothers me a little bit, but that's about it. Otherwise, I mean, I really like the head sculpt. That definitely looks like Mirage. He does have a little bit of floppiness here, but I forget if he was like that when I got him. Like I said, not really much in the way of battle damage, except there is like a little scuff right here that, I don't know if you can see that right there. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know if that is intentional or not. That's just kind of interesting. Now I know there's the new Kingdom one. I'm not planning on getting that, because honestly, I think this figure is pretty fine. Yes, there's the translucent plastic. Yes, the alt mode is a little wonky. The Kingdom one's alt mode does look better. But the Kingdom one doesn't have a shoulder port. And what's Mirage without his shoulder rocket? Which does have a detachable rocket. I didn't know this because they left it out of the instructions. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You can just give him his gun. And he's fully armed. And I just think he's a really cool looking figure. Mirage was one of my favorite characters from the original G1 cartoon. He was like my second favorite Autobot. Favorite is Wheeljack, but Mirage was just a really cool character. I really wish they'd done more with him. But he is supposed to be in Rise of the Beast, even though it's really more like jazz. But still, hopefully that'll be giving him the spotlight he's been needing for a long time. So now here he is with the Netflix Decepticon version, which is a cool deco. It's a shame we hardly saw that in the show. Like, if there had been more episodes, they could have had like a whole subplot with him infiltrating the Decepticons. We just saw it very briefly. So it's kind of a shame. And here he is with his kind of rival Cliff Jumper. I do plan on re-reviewing him, don't worry. But just see how they look together. Cliff Jumper never trusted Mirage. So for his articulation, you get head on a ball joint that, as usual, can't really do much. You get rotation all the way, if you want to do that for some reason. Shoulders, get up and down. You can do full 360. You lift this up. You can rotate right here. Elbow, about 90 degrees. So that's pretty good. Hips, you go forward that far. You kick back that far. Rotation here, which again is very floppy, which does seem to be a little bit tighter on the Netflix version. Again, I don't know if that's just my versions or not, but you know. And you bend the knee right here. Yeah, that's good enough. And then of course, you get the ankle tilt. And you can do a little bit of this if you want to. So, once again, like a lot of Siege figures, this guy's really no slouch when it comes to articulation. There's really not a whole lot of anything else. Oh, waist swivel. Yeesh, don't forget waist swivel. That's what the original Mirage toy was notorious for, his waist breaking all the time. So yeah, articulation is really good. There isn't really a whole lot I'd want other than maybe just more better movement in the head. Did I cover this? Well, if I didn't, you can go up like that. So that's pretty good. So I think that pretty much covers this figure. So I'll go ahead and stick him on the display. Alright, so there's Mirage with my G1 Autobots. He looks cool there. So next, I think I'm going to review Ultra Magnus. So you can look forward to that when I get to it. So Siege Mirage. Again, he was one of my favorites of the Siege line. I thought he was a really cool looking figure. A nice update to one of my favorite G1 Autobots. And if you can't get the Kingdom one, I think you should consider getting this guy. He's a really awesome figure. I don't think he's too expensive on the aftermarket. Yeah, overall, I think he's really cool. So if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.